All right, hello everyone. Welcome to another edition of Talking Comics with Julius Freeman. I have a special guest today, Aria Black. Welcome to the show. How you doing?
Hey, it's nice to be on the show. I watched your shows like last week. You're a good host. It's a pleasure to be here.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate the kind words. Yeah. So this, I never heard of this project
Yeah,
until you hit me up on Twitter, and then I checked it out. And from what I've seen on your Twitter feed and also on the pre-launch page, it looks pretty rad because I was a 90s child. So when you let's see, let me take a look here. When you said on your pre-launch page, if you're a fan of Saturday morning cartoons like Thundercats, Transformers, or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, then you're sure to love Tailless. And I was like, I'm sold. I'm
Oh
sold.
yeah. Well,
So that's all I needed to know. So tell us a little bit about the I'll play the video in a minute, but I want to know uh why Tailless? Well, what was it that prompted you to say, you know what, I want to do this kind of comic book because A, B, and C.
yeah.
What is A, B, and C?
Right. So, like, I always tell everyone I've known ever since I was a little kid I want to do comic books. So, like, I went through school. I was always the arty kid. So I did all the art classes, and then I find myself in high school. I'm doing art, and I come up with this. Actually, I've already told the story wrong. I've told the story wrong, right?
It's all good. It's all good.
Right. Let me rewind. I started at the
All
wrong.
right, go for it. Go
So
for it.
I'm in high school, and my subjects are art, mathematics, computer science, and psychology, something like that, right? Obviously, art's my passion, and anyone who knows me knows that I cannot do mathematics, and yet I'm on a maths course. And
Right.
I know I was on the maths course because I have Mexican parents. So unless I turned out to be an engineer, they would be like so unhappy with me. So I was on a maths course, studying maths. I had no clue what I was doing at all. And I sort of like flunked my way through the year, and I find myself at the final exam sitting in front of this paper, and I can't answer a single question on the paper. And I'm thinking, oh, I've got 2 hours to kill. What am I going to do? Can't answer a single question. So I draw this scribbly little cat on the back of the paper, and this cat's wearing a helmet. He's got spandex on. He's holding a little laser gun, and I didn't think anything of it at the time, but like the paper got thrown away at the end of the test. I got a 0. And then a few weeks later in my art class, I was thinking, I need a project. Wait a minute. I remember that cat I scribbled on the maths paper. So I brought him back and made my art project Tailless. And he was really different then. He was like a funny like newspaper style comic book.
Okay.
Where
Right.
he was like I use him to tell jokes. I did a really funny joke. Do you remember when Justin Bieber did his Calvin Klein photo shoot?
Yes. Yes.
Calvin Klein, like tighty whities. I drew a parody version with Tailless. Like that was one of the first things I did with Tailless, and he wasn't this like shredded He-Man-esque style character at the time. But then I sort of forgot about Tailless for a while, and I went to university, and I was probably like 19, 20 years old at this point. And I realized as I was coming out of university that even though my goal had been to become a comic book artist, I had done zero work as a comic book artist up until till I was 19, 20 years old. I'd just been coasting along sort of like I had artistic ability, but I wasn't honing it the way I should be, the way
Right.
you feel like EVS and all these bigger artists like were working professionally at that age. So I decided at a certain point that I just got to knuckle down and I just got to create a comic book, even if it's shitty quality or whatever. And I thought, hang on a minute, I got that character Tailless from a while back. I'll just bring him back. So I created the first Tailless mini comic, which was only 6 pages long, but that was the first ever comic book I ever created. Like page 1 of issue 1 is the first comic book page I ever drew in my life. And so what this project is the Tailless Collected Edition. So I released them as a mini comic series. So the whole point was for me to learn how to create comics through doing these mini comics. Right. So you're going to see like a complete evolution of my artistic ability from issue 1 to issue 7. Like each comic looks completely different to the last because I've improved and like I've noticed what I've done wrong in the previous issue and I've corrected it this issue. So there's going to be like 6 or 7 depending on if we hit certain stretch goals, mini comics in this collection. And this is the first time you're going to see all of that content in one place, absolutely everything Tailless in one place for the first time ever. So yeah, Tailless is really the character I created to learn how to create comics.
Awesome. And you know what? That is the best way to learn, is to just do it. Do it and then learn from your mistakes and then grow and evolve as an artist. And let's see if I could. I'm gonna pull it up here so people can see what I'm talking about. This right here. This is a prime example of that, and that's awesome. I had no idea it was gonna be like that, so that's really cool. We're gonna see, according to what you said earlier about the stretch goals, if you do meet a certain stretch goal, we'll see a new tale of Tailless.
Oh yeah, space. Well, so I've been releasing them as minis, and I was like printing them out myself and like making the books myself, and then I was selling through eBay. I was doing eBay before Ethan Van Sciver was doing it. I was
ahead of the curve, huh?
Right? But, so I did 4 mini comics at that point, and I was releasing them through eBay. But then I decided I got to get on the Indiegogo at some point.
Right.
So I'll need to stop doing it through eBay because otherwise people would read all the content before my Indiegogo book came out, and I get no sales. So I cut it off at 4 mini comics. So there are floating out there these rare 4 mini comics. Like if you've got your hands on it, they're now rare because I'm not making any more ever. And so people who back this book are going to be able to read all those 4 currently released mini comics, plus 2 bonus mini comics that have never been seen before. And then, like I said, you see below on the screen, an unlockable 7th mini comic. So that could be 3 whole mini comics that have never been seen before. So even if you are one of the backers who supported me when I was doing the single issues, there's going to be at least 2 stories, potentially 3 stories that no one will ever have seen before.
Awesome. Very awesome. Now, you said when you were a child, you knew right away you wanted to be a comic book creator. What was it that prompted that? What book was it that when you were like, oh my God, this is so awesome. This is it. I know what I want to do. What was that book? What was that moment?
It wasn't the books. It was like the X-Men animated series, Batman the animated series.
Okay. I
grew up on those shows. Like Power Rangers, another big one, Ninja Turtles. I grew up on all that stuff. And like I knew comic books were a thing, obviously, because they're just pop culture. But it was the cartoons that really did it for me. Like the X-Men animated series in particular is the standout of my childhood. And like I never knew. The thing is, I'm Mexican Welsh, so I grew up in Wales, but I was born in Mexico, and I had a bunch of these VHS tapes from Mexico, so they're all in Spanish. And even to this day, I'm not fluent in Spanish, but as a kid, I couldn't speak it at all. So I was watching these Mexican tapes of the X-Men animated series. I couldn't understand a word, but it was all about the visuals for me.
Right.
I think that's where the artistic inspiration started, because I wanted to draw these like crazy, like superpowered, like these like crazy people in spandex flying around space.
Yeah, that's great. You just got another person who signed up to your pre-launch.
Thank you, Ryan Wynn.
Ryan Wynn's a cool dude. If you ever get a chance to
do this campaign, your life's already better. Trust me, that's how it works.
There you go. That's how you do it. That's how you sell it. If you really get a chance, hit up Ryan Wynn. He's a great dude. He'll have you on the show. He has a great audience as well, and he has since you draw, he has a show where you could he draws a character, your character, and you can ink it. So he draws it in pencil, and then he invites you on. And that is if I can't speak for Ryan Wynn. You have to hit him up. But sorry, Ryan, but I just gotta plug your YouTube channel.
Yeah, Ryan, listen up. I want to get on your show, so I'll hit you up afterwards.
So that's interesting, man. So you were born in Mexico, but you
Yeah,
grew up in Wales. How's that? I'm curious. How'd that happen? Like, did your father or mother went to
yeah.
Mexico and they met
Um,
someone there and they fell
so,
in love, and or what was the deal here? A
yeah, so
military?
my family is like perfectly 50-50 Mexican Welsh. I got Mexican father, Welsh mother.
Okay.
So my dad and I were born in Monterrey, Mexico, and
Okay.
then my mother and my brother were born in Caerphilly, Wales. So
Wow.
see, perfect 50-50.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you don't have to give too much details, but did they meet in Mexico? Did they meet in Wales during their
No,
vacation?
my father met my mum in London because they both went to the same university.
Ah, okay, gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha. Awesome. Wow, that's awesome. It's incredible. Like the modern world we live in, where that's being American, we're in a lot of the times we're in a little bubble, so we don't
yeah,
think about these things. We don't think about like a Mexican and the Welsh. We
yeah.
think of Mexican American, but not Mexican and
Yeah.
Welsh. So
Oh no, no.
it's amazing.
I live in Wales currently, like my mother's hometown. But I'm the darkest bloke you're gonna see in this town. I feel like Olivie, like it's
Oh, look at this. Ryan Wynn is also Welsh and Mexican.
hey,
Look at
yeah,
that.
right. You see, myself and my fellow CG UK at Peephole Circus are currently the only two real members of CG Wales. So we are desperate for new members of CG Wales. So Ryan, you're in the club. Uh,
Awesome. So it was I could relate to the X-Men cartoon because that was also a major staple in my childhood as
yeah.
well. The X-Men cartoon, the Batman animated series, and also the Superman animated series.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Those three were for me were top notch. But in terms of comics, I went to a comic book shop at 13 for the first time, and that was it. It blew me away,
Yeah.
and I never looked back after that. So that's so ever since then. How old are you now, if you don't mind me asking?
Say that again.
How old are you now, if you don't
How
mind
old
me
am
asking?
I? I'm 22.
So you're 22. So
Yeah.
you still got a whole ways ahead of you to develop
Oh yeah, yeah.
and grow as an artist, which is awesome. Because it's just if this is what you have now, then I can only imagine what you're gonna have
Right.
down the line. It's gonna be fantastic stuff.
Yeah. There's I'll tell you this, it's not a brag, but when people ask me to like describe my style, my
Mhm.
favorite artist is Arthur Adams, and I try to replicate what he does.
Ah,
So I say I'm like a budget Arthur Adams, but I
I can see
also
that.
know for a fact that Arthur Adams was a slow starter. He slow drawer, and it's only really when he got older that his work is like as amazing as it is now. So,
Yeah,
so I have this goal to be the Arthur Adams of CG.
there you
And
go.
I'm trucking along slowly.
There you go. There you
You know
go.
what? You see some of that evolution in this collected edition. From issues 1 looks completely different to issue 6 and 7. So
Can't wait to see it. All right, let's check out the video here.
yeah, go on. It's only quick. We won't be here long.
All right.
Yeah, I told you it was quick.
Yeah, it was quick. I was expecting some pages. Oh, where am I? There you go.
See, the thing was, I was like, it was January, and Commie Mark, fellow CG UK, was
Yes, yeah, I know
get on
Comic Mark.
Indiegogo, get your page up now, so you can start, doing all this live streaming before it launches in the summertime. So I was like, okay, I got to get it quick. I got it up quick. Got that little teaser done, but I am working on another trailer. Like right now, just before the stream was up, I was currently editing another trailer. So in a week or so, that'll be up. So.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. You'll drop it and then make sure to tag me on Twitter, and I'll be more than happy to retweet and spread the love for for this project.
Yeah, all this sign up, anyone who signs up, I'll keep you updated as well via email. I've already released one update, so as soon as I get this trailer done, I'll be putting the next one out.
There you have it. So, I'm curious to see the artwork. Do you have any artwork to share?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
While you're on the screen there, you see the sign up perk is actually when you sign up, you receive a free trading card and poster by Chubb, the guy who created Mary Boys. And I've got that artwork here.
Oh, there we go. Hold on, let me see. Give me a second. Let me blow you up here. How do I do this? No,
wrong one.
Yeah, I'm trying to get you. I'm trying to blow you up.
So yeah, Chubb of the guy who created Mary Boys made this for me. And,
awesome.
Oh, it is beautiful. This will be on sale on the campaign, this original artwork. So you can sign up to receive it as a trading card and poster. You'll get that for absolutely free. But make sure you sign up because the trading card and poster will be featured nowhere else on the campaign. This is the one place to get it. So make sure you sign up. But for one lucky person, the actual artwork that will go on the card will be on the campaign. And you can purchase this when the campaign goes live. And yeah, you can get your hands on some actual artwork by Chubb. And obviously featuring his beautiful rendition of Taylor alongside Harry of the Mary Boys. So it is a crossover card. So a little something extra there.
Awesome. That looks great. That does look a fantastic piece. Do you have any other pages do you like to share from the project?
I'll show you like physically I've got here. I'll be selling my artwork on the campaign. So,
okay, cool.
So I'll have a tier for just the interior pages. And there's like 8 or 9 covers that will go in the book at this point. So those will have their own tier as well. You could purchase cover art and you'll be able to choose which one you want. So like here's the opening page from issue 6, I believe. I think it's issue 6, Into the Siren Snare.
Wow.
Yeah.
Put that really close.
Yeah. It's hard to move it right because the camera's inverted, obviously. So a bunch of hands bursting out of the lava at Taylor, Jet, and Phoenix. And it turns out it's these wicked 3-titted demon babes bursting out of the lava at them. I call these the Sirens. And they are my favorite bad guy. No one's seen these in action before. So I can't wait for everyone to see it when the book actually comes out. Like these are my favorite character, even more so than Taylor. I love these Sirens. I think you can tell why, because they're so fun to draw, obviously. And yeah, I can't wait for everyone to see it. So you're going to be able to purchase artwork like this on the campaign. Also, like if I have an interiors page tier, then that will also include all the double splash pages, like this one here. It's hard to do on screen because I can't see what I'm doing. But yeah, all these will be featured for the same price point as the single pages. So and yeah, you'll also get goofy things like this, like for example, this is how you'll see the final cover. But it took me 2 attempts to do because I had to draw it, then put it in Photoshop to resize it, and then redraw it again. So there is like 2 of the same thing. The only difference is Taylor's is bigger on this one than he is on this one. So if you were to back and you wanted to purchase this page, I would send you both because they both went into the making of that page. So I've just taped them together. And if you were to back a page like that, you would end up with both versions of the page. So I just wanted to tell backers that.
Wow, that's the page. Your launch page does not do your art justice. Let me just say that.
But you see, I did the launch page before I did. See what I mean? I did the launch page before I did this latest comic. So it's changing every single issue.
Right.
Like the in that evolution picture I have on the campaign, the 2 latest versions of Taylor's, the 2 on the right hand side, the first one is from Taylor's issue 1.
Okay.
But I mean the second one from the right is from Taylor's issue 1.
Okay,
Gotcha. The one furthest to the right is from Taylor's issue 4. So there's 3 more issues after that where Taylor evolves even more into this more refined art style.
Talk about refined art style, my friend. Yeah, now I could see the Arthur Adams influence on those pages you just showed us. Fantastic work, by the way, my friend.
Thank you.
Very great work. It's you definitely have a good eye for drawing comics for sure. The lettering and even the sound effects that you had it there that I saw.
Yeah.
The panel layouts were great. The 2-page spread was fantastic stuff. And I agree, Ryan. The new art will sell the book so well. It will. How long does it take you to draw a page? I'm curious because it looks like so much detail. So I'm wondering, like, does it take you a long time to draw a page, or is it 1 page a week?
It changes. I swear. In like when I was doing issue 1, it could take me like a month to get a page done because I was so slow and I had no idea what I was doing. But now, if like push comes to shove, I can get a page done in a day, 2 days.
Wow.
But I'm not keeping to that time scale. I'm really taking as long as I need to because it's a summer launch. I've still got a bit of time to get the book done, so I'm not rushing things. What I'm planning to do is go full time as an artist this summer after the book launches. So then I'll have to start crunching, getting books done, pages done as fast as I can. But for now, no rush. I'm just going to get this book out. I'm going to get it looking as good as I possibly can. So,
wow, that's awesome. Let's see what other question I have for you because I really am mesmerized by that. I'm like reeling from the pages. It's so good. They're so awesome. Oh gosh. I think that's. Oh, what's the story about? What is the story of Tailless in outer space? I like the title. I love the title, The Adventures of Tailless in Outer Space. So obviously, I'm assuming it's a space opera of sorts that involves a tailless cat, right? From the a muscle-bound tailless cat. So what is the if you don't want to give away any spoilers or anything, you don't have to. You don't have to. You shouldn't anyway. Give us the overall plot story. What this storyline is about.
No. I say this from the offset. Going into this book, do not expect one big flowing storyline because it's not like that. It's a collection of mini comics, and each mini comic is a brand new adventure. They're just short stories, short glimpses into the life of Tailless. So pretty much, for the most part, they're just like 8-page fight scenes. Where you learn, like, he fights a new bad guy every time, and you see a little glimpse into the universe through the action. But they're not all like that. For example, issue 5 is a romance story. Issue 6 is a horror story. So there is, I break the pace up a little bit.
Oh, cool.
So obviously it's about Tailless. You can think of Tailless like he's like got the body of He-Man, the head of a cat. He's got spandex on like a Power Ranger, and he's got the personality of Han Solo. And really, it's all in the title, The Adventures of Tailless in Outer Space. You're just following Tailless on his various adventures while his mission is to defend the galaxy from evil. In the Tailless universe, there's super powered villains, and there's this sort of Green Lantern-esque police force in outer space. But they don't really have powers, just the odd few. So they're really outclassed by these superpowered villains. And that's why they need a vigilante like Tailless, who he has no powers, but he's got like the wits of Batman. He's obviously shredded like He-Man, so he's physically capable. And he's got his very special gadget, which is actually his laser gun, it's this super futuristic technology. So it can transform into different gadgets depending on what the situation needs. It just helps him get out of sticky situations. He's very much like a Batman in outer space, that type of character, but less sulky. He doesn't sulk as much. He's a lot more fun than Batman.
Nice.
So yeah, you're going to get a different story in each mini comic. That 7th mini comic that you see on the campaign that we can unlock is actually really special for 2 reasons. Because firstly, it's going to take the page count of stories alone to over 50 pages. And then secondly, because it's actually a prelude book to my next project. So my next project is going to be the first full-size Tailless issue, like 22 pages plus of nothing but Tailless, where you're going to see your like the first proper Tailless story, which will arc over several books. And like, if you want to get in on the ground floor of that and see and like discover the proper Tailless universe, it will be in the 7th mini comic. It'll only be 8 pages. It's a little glimpse into the Tailless universe, but get on it and it'll give you the heads up for what's going to happen next in the universe of Tailless.
Awesome. And who's this character back here? This parrot looking character here back there.
So that's Jet. He's the in this like duo. Tailless is the face. He's the bronze. He's the he's the Han Solo. Jet is very much the well, I compare him to Han Solo and Chewbacca, but Chewbacca is the muscle. In this scenario, Tailless is the muscle. He's the handsome one. All the ladies love him. Jet is just the man behind the scenes. He pilots the ship. He's the fastest pilot in the galaxy, and he's really the guy. He's the guy who invented Tailless's gun. He's
so he's the Watson to the Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, very much like that. Yeah,
very cool. Okay, all right, that's cool. Because I like the pose here because it looks like he's flexing, but I know he probably isn't flexing.
That image is from the cover of issue 4, where they get badly beaten up by my parody of the Incredible Hulk called the Abominable Yeti. So,
nice.
So yeah, they're in their snowsuits there. That's why they got these the weird like rivet.
I see.
So,
now I see it.
Tailless is in a different costume in most issues. Like his standard costume is his spandex with the 3 stripes on his chest that you can see at the top. But like in issue 4, he's in his snowsuit. In issue 5, he's in nothing but his tighty whiteys, his tighty Tailless whiteys. So yeah, like I said, it was a romance book. So he's not.
Right. Oh man, variety! I love it. You have all sorts of variety for this project. You have the sci-fi genre, you have the romance genre here, and action, and space opera. I mean, you can't go wrong with this. It's very unique. It's unique from all the other crowdfunding campaigns that are out there because of for the most part, it's not a bad thing either. It's you have volumes, right? Like my campaign was a volume, Get a Dragon volume, book 1 actually, but it's a volume. It's about close to 60 pages for one story. But I like the fact that you're actually combining multiple small stories into one book, right? Or is it multiple books?
Multiple stories in one book. So this is going to be one chunky book that you can put on your shelf. It's going to look beautiful. Remember, if you back it, your life's going to be better. So
yeah, I believe it. I believe it now. I'm a believer. And so I do like that because it's very rare to when indie creators do that kind of thing because you're not leaving anything to waste. You spent your time since you were 19 drawing, trying to develop your style, developing your story, developing your character, and now that you're ready to do this Indiegogo campaign and share your work with the world, it's great that you're actually combining all your hard work into one volume so people can see your evolution. Because I'm a believer, and I'm also a fan of seeing the evolution of an artist in a comic book, and I've seen it a few times in my lifetime. Like one instance is Captain Britain, written by Alan Moore and Alan Davis, drawn by Alan Davis. And if you look carefully in that whole book, that whole volume, you can see that the first few issues were kind of they weren't the greatest because I guess from what I remember, they got on last minute. It was like the last minute change in the creative team, and so Alan Davis and Alan Moore were kind of figuring each other out, and then you start seeing slowly that they start getting more comfortable with each other, and then eventually towards the end, it ends up being a beautiful book, a beautiful written, beautifully drawn book. So
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, and I love that. So I can't wait. I can't wait to see that for this project because it's always great. Another creator, I don't know if you heard of him or not, who's done the same thing, but he did it years ago, long before the crowdfunding thing was a thing. Was Adrian Tomine? Right. Have you heard of him?
I don't think so.
He does a book called oh gosh, I can't remember the name of it now. Gosh, what's the name of the? Let me look it up real quick because it's gonna bother me. Tomine. This guy right here, Adrian Tomine. He's done. Come on, Optic Nerve. That's it. Optic Nerve.
Right.
And he released a little box set about close to 10 years ago, and it was a box set of how he started when he first started drawing comics up until when the first Optic Nerve came, and you can see the evolution of his artwork, and it was great to see. So that's awesome that you're doing kind of the same thing, you know, that he did with that box set. But he already been established at this point, so it was kind of like a luxury at, you know, to buy that box set. So that's awesome. And then guys, if you're watching this now, if you watch the replay, you know, back this, sign up to the pre-launch so you can get that card. Is it a card, right? Is it a card that you're offering for the
trading card and poster with the
trading card and poster.
Yeah, with Chubb's artwork on it.
And I agree, Ryan. Tomine is great. I highly recommend you check out his work. It's his style is a very unique. He's more of a drama, less superheroes, more drama, down to earth, you know, human stories, that kind of thing. But they're still fantastic. So let's see here. You're sharing the screen. Let's check it out. Whoa, look at that.
I thought I'd just tell you about this really quick. This is actually the cover of one of the mini comics that will be featured in the Taylor's collection. So this is a crossover I'm doing with Commie Mark from the CG UK crowd.
Oh yeah, that's not Daredevil. Yeah, I see him.
Not Daredevil this year. At one point, the highest grossing campaign on Indiegogo. So this is the Taylor's Not Daredevil crossover. So you're going to see Taylor's and Not Daredevil go up against a horde of evil space Nazis to I don't know if you'll know this guy, but there's a pretty big guy in the CG UK crowd called Captain Fuckhead, or at least he was. Now his I say he died. The man hasn't died. His character has died. Captain Fuckhead is dead. And if you want to find out the answers to the mystery, who killed Captain Fuckhead, that will all be revealed within the pages of this mini comic. So like you can see on this like second page, the wraparound part of the cover, this is Captain Fuckhead right here. I'll circle my mouse over him, but here.
Oh yes, I do remember that character. Yeah. That's right.
You're also going to see like the Mary boys. They're here, right up front. Charlie Chaplin of Charlie's London, Aisla Dark, Death from Only Death Can Save Us. You're going to see. It's a really nice CG UK crossover book. It's a mini comic. You're going to see like even like on the cover, there's so many CG UK characters to sink your teeth into. It's just I'm really glad Mark and I did this. He's writing it, I'm illustrating it. It's a really funny story, particularly if you're part of the CG UK crowd, because you're gonna get a lot of the jokes in this. You're gonna get the jokes regardless because they're just funny.
That's awesome.
There's a lot of nice CG UK Easter eggs in this, and I'm quite pleased to have this in the book.
This looks great. This looks fantastic. Man,
I'll tell you what. I can show you one more thing as well.
Yeah, please do, because this is turned out to be very a pleasant surprise. It's not that I doubted your ability as an artist. It's just that when you only have a few images on the pre-launch, you really don't have a quite a big a grasp as to what you're offering. But now that you're showing me all these pages, I'm starting to see that, man, this is you have something special here for sure, no doubt about it.
You know what? I think you're right, and I think I need to update that page a little bit. I think I need to show people more stuff like this, which is that same crossover cover. I have it framed because I have it on the wall because I was quite proud of this piece. But this will be on offer as well on the campaign. You could purchase this page, and I might even send it out in the frame because it's just so nice. We'll see. But all these double page spreads. Like this is a wraparound cover. The actual cover of the collected edition will be a beautiful wraparound cover as well. I'll be selling all that on the covers, like the original art covers tier. You can get your hands on it. I just want everyone to be able to get some actual Aria Black Taylor's artwork in the households. Yeah. Here you go, I'll show you one more
Really?
time.
Yeah. Hold on.
There we go.
School, paper to ink, and again, nothing against digital comics, because that's a very convenient,
Yeah,
very efficient way to make comics nowadays. But the fact that you are old school and you actually
oh
buy
yeah,
the Bristol paper and you actually draw it on the Bristol paper and you ink it yourself, it's special. That's what makes comics special, is being able to get your hands on the 11 by 17 Bristol board paper,
yeah,
original artwork, so you'll be able to frame it and put it on your wall and go like, I own a piece of, I guess you could say, art history, comic book art history. And
yeah.
that's awesome that you do that, because not many artists nowadays go down that route anymore, because for whatever reason, I don't know what the reasons are, because I'm not an artist. But that's awesome that you actually have embraced it still in the 21st century, long into the 21st century. You still are going old school with it.
Yeah, like I'm
And
very much like a collector, so I love it when people have like artwork and like all these like trading
yeah,
cards, like goodies you can collect on their campaigns. So yeah, that's like part of the thing. Like I wanna, like I don't have the financials for it right now, but I want my own collection of other people's artwork at some point. Like
right.
you back my book so I can start this collection. And
Yeah,
but like I want to give people the opportunity to get my artwork as well, because every single page that you're going to see in the book will be on sale as the actual art, art piece.
that is
Yeah.
awesome. I believe that's gonna help with your campaign for sure, because original artwork on a perk on a crowdfunding campaign,
Yeah.
it's always the best thing to do, because people love original artwork.
Yeah.
I would love to purchase original artwork myself, but it's so expensive a lot of the time,
Yeah.
and rightfully so, because it does take the time to draw that image on that paper, and also with the amount of detail you put in those pages. Yeah, I can't wait for this campaign to launch now, man. I've been pleasantly surprised ever since I started doing this YouTube thing, and ever since I joined in on the crowdfunding campaign, industry, I guess you could call it. It's fun. It's great to see other talented creators getting their chance to shine, and
Yeah.
not have to rely on Marvel or DC or Image Comics anymore. Now it's all about your own. Now you have to sell yourself. And this is gonna be a great project. Now I'm sold. I'm sold for
Thank you,
sure.
man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to get it out. It'll be going live. I haven't decided on the week, but it'll be the last week of June, first week of July. It'll be within those 2 weeks. So
Okay. All right. So you still got a ways. You still got a ways to I guess make your rounds for the pre-launch, so that way people can and sign up to your pre-launch and all that. So I'm gonna do this. I don't normally do this, but I'm gonna do it for this show. I'm going to see this. Sign up live. Here we go. There it is.
Man, listen, I've been telling you this whole time. Your life has just improved. It is twice as good as it ever was now, because you signed up to the Adventures of Taylor in Outer Space. And let me tell you, everyone who's watching, they can get some of that action as well. Just sign up, and you're going to receive this beautiful artwork on a trading card and poster for absolutely free. What have you got to lose? Sign up today, guys.
Exactly. Awesome, man. This is fantastic stuff. So, now I'm curious about your the tools you use. What kind of inks, pencils, or brushes you use to produce this beautiful artwork?
So mechanical pencil. This is my main thing. It's just a Rotring 0.5 millimeter with the I don't think you'll be able to see it. The non-photo blue lead in it. So this is really good, but you can see the point on it. The lead comes in this really thin metal tube, and I keep dropping the pencil and it keeps bending, and then the lead shatters as I push it out.
Right.
I need to get me a new one. You know what? If anyone's watching has any recommendations, I'll gladly take them, because this is getting on my nerves now. Then, like I have the what do you call them? Pigment microns.
Oh yes, yeah. I use those sometimes for my own, like when I like to draw every so often.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really good pens.
I'm using these. Thing is, though, I like to use the really small ones, like the 0.03 millimeters and 0.05, and I just wreck the tips of them. I find like I get about 1 page out of a 0.03 before the tip is all squashed down and useless. Like the tip, you can't even.
No, I've had the same problems with them too. When I use them over and over again, eventually it's like, dude, what the heck? I need to buy new ones.
And then this thing, Uniprofi, whatever it's called, is just
okay.
A marker with water-based ink in it. Like not like Sharp. You know how Sharpies will go green if they stay long enough. This doesn't, and it's just my alternative to using like actual India ink, because I can just fill in big black sections with this rather than getting the paintbrush out. You know, which
right.
So I actually love doing this. It's my favorite bit, like, of the process, when I've done all the tricky bits and I go, time to just fill in all those lovely.
Right. Ryan Wynn says thicker lead holder pencil type.
Yeah, I think you might mean the type with the really thick the kind of lead that you'd get in a regular pencil, like one of these.
Oh, I see.
I really
proper lead sharpener. I guess maybe that's what he uses when he draws. Probably that's what he means.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I do like drawing with the skinny mechanical pencils, like architects do.
Now, why is that? Why is that your preferred choice to draw with those kind of tools as opposed to the other tools that are available?
Well, it's like
is that an artistic choice, or is it because it gives you a better lines, sharper lines when you draw your comics, or what's the deal?
I think it's all just control. Okay. So like, if I had like a regular pencil like this, like I used to do a lot of life drawing, and like this is perfect for life drawing because you have you can vary the line weight, and you can make nice shadows, nice shading, all that with this. But then I tried life drawing with like one of these. Impossible to do it because the line is constant. There's no making the line thicker or thinner, and if you try to do shading, it will come out just as dark as your line work. So it just looks wrong. But for comics, obviously, like I'm not doing any shading when I draw a page like this. I'm doing just line art and like cross hatching and all that. So this pencil just really doesn't work for me. I know some people will use lead like this for it, but really the mechanical pencil with the thin, I don't know what you'd call it, like graphical lead, is just works a lot better for me.
Okay, there you go. Dang. So you definitely do have the Arthur Adams, emulating that style, because Arthur Adams, I when you look at his artwork, you do see that it's mainly line work, and then of course the colorists and the inkers, they probably add a little bit more to the flavor. I don't know if he inks his own stuff or not.
He inks.
He does.
Most of the time, he inks all his stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
See, the thing is, like, I'm so obsessed with Arthur Adams. Like, every time I draw, I try to think, how would Arthur Adams draw it? And I can see it in my mind. I can see the Arthur Adams version of Tailless, and I try to draw that, and it looks nothing like it.
Of course. Well, yeah, because it's your style. It's coming from your hand and in your mind. So
but it is. I want to say it's getting closer. It's just getting more refined. It's never gonna, like, I don't want to look like Arthur Adams. I just want to be as good as him.
Right. It's
getting closer and closer and closer. It's not there yet, but it will be one day.
Oh yeah, I mean, if it were up to me, you're already there now, in my opinion.
Thank you.
Because although Arthur Adams, like you said, he was a late bloomer, right? So he came to his own later in years when you saw the Arthur Adams style, or before he was still kind of working out his kinks, but now he's full-fledged Arthur Adams, and you're only 22. So like I said, you have you still have a whole a whole journey ahead of you of develop. Eventually, you're gonna develop your own. Keep evolving and get to a point where it's gonna be the Aria Black style. That's where it's gonna get to. And so, the next question I have for you is there anything else you have planned after Tailless that you haven't, that's brewing in your head that you want to do after Tailless is, out there, everyone has copies of it, everyone's talking about it, and you're not done completely, obviously, because I'm sure this character is very near and dear to you, and you probably want to do a lot more with the character. But say you want to take a break from it, is there anything else you have in mind that you're developing?
Oh my God, I got so much I could tell you. I don't know how much
you don't have to go into details. You just say yes, I do, and it's the genre is this, and that's all you have to say if you want to share too much details.
I'll tell you my plans for 2022 rather. I forget what year we're in, but yeah. So once this Tailless Collected Edition is done, I'm not planning on stopping the Tailless train. Like I said earlier, the next big project I do will be Tailless issue 1, the first full-size Tailless issue. And that will probably be like the first of a 2 or 3 part story. So that's the next thing I have coming up. The next bit I don't want to tell you, but there is more Tailless stuff I have in the works. I'm just going to announce that once this book is done.
Okay.
I don't want to. I got to keep the surprise. I don't want to spoil it.
Right. No, don't. Please keep the surprise.
Yeah, I've got so many ideas for books other than Tailless. And I've been thinking about this a lot. At some point, I'm going to move on from Tailless, if only for like temporarily. I plan to do Tailless until I die, but at some point, I want to do like my own superhero universe. Like, I've got so many ideas. I've always had these ideas, like ever since I was a kid. And I thought a really good idea, something I don't see people doing on like Indiegogo and stuff. I'll say it now so people know it's my idea.
Yeah. You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, I thought I could be like I don't know, I could be like the king of the mini comics, something like that. I thought about releasing maybe in a year or two a like collection of 4 mini comics, and they would be like 4 separate superhero characters that I have floating around my brain, as a way to just get them on the page quickly. Because if I were to do, say, like superhero A, and I do like a year-long Indiegogo campaign, at the end of the year I've done 1 superhero. But say I could do like a year-long campaign every year for the next, however long, and each one's like a mini comic collection, so I could do 4 heroes at a time. Like in a few years' time, suddenly I've got this whole universe built in, a fraction of the time it would take me to do full-size stories of. So yeah, if you're gonna like follow like the Aria Blackness journey, at some point I'm gonna be doing something like that where I do, like, I like mini comics. I'd be doing like collections of these, like loads of other ideas I've got going on. I want to do like the classic superhero types rather than like the Tailless, which is really like a cartoon put onto comic book page.
Right.
Do like my Superman and my Iron Man and all that.
Okay, all right. And it's a cooler animation style.
Yeah.
Than a 90s style. From what you're showing us today. Other than Arthur Adams, who were the other artists in your life that I guess influenced you, that kind of like, wow, this artist is freaking fantastic?
Right, my 3 favorite books are Sensational She-Hulk, John Byrne.
Okay.
His artwork. I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with the She-Hulk as the character. I'm obsessed with his artwork and his storytelling. Arthur Adams, obviously, because of those favorite books, is Monkey Man and O'Brien and Alpha Flight's John Byrne.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I got confused then. And then Excalibur, Marvel's Excalibur with Alan Davis art. He's one of my top.
Okay. Yeah,
so,
that's
you know what, those 3 guys, they do, like, in my opinion, cartooning. Their artwork does not look realistic, but it's perfect for comic books, as opposed to you see artists like Alex Ross and all that, who create these masterpieces, and they look perfect. They look like real life.
Right.
But when I'm reading books like that, I just cannot get into it. I can't sink my teeth into the book because it's too realistic. It's not. It doesn't capture my imagination. Like Arthur Adams, like in particular, to me, is the perfect blend of like hyper detail, but also like cartoon simplicity.
Yeah.
And that's why I enjoy his books so much. And then the same for John Byrne. John Byrne's even like one step ahead because he's a better storyteller than like Arthur Adams and you know, those high caliber artists. So his artwork blends nicer with his writing than say Arthur Adams with a separate author.
Right.
So yeah, you know, those are just some of the guys I like.
Okay, cool. Those are the three artists that influenced you and you want to emulate. Because yeah, I'm not. I'm more of the writing school. So Alan Moore was definitely a huge influence on me.
Yeah.
Warren Ellis is another one. Brian Azzarello and Brian Michael Bendis. Not so much now, but when he was starting out, he was. I love the way he wrote his comic book stories when he wrote Powers, and then when he did that Daredevil run with Alex Maleev.
Yeah.
But yeah, Alan Moore was definitely the one that really helped me see how far we can take comics.
Yeah.
And there's an interview he gave where he said that we haven't even begun to scratch the surface of what we can do with comics because people have not people, but the companies that run the industry have kind of kept it in a box.
Yeah.
And he's like, I want to take it outside the box. I want to explore the medium and see what we can do and push it forward and yeah, just make it unique from movies and novels and TV shows, because that's what makes comics different from all those other platforms, is that you can do so much with comics that TV and movies will never be able to do, no matter how much CGI or high or big budget they may be, because the medium is so unique. And that's what I try to do. You're trying to reach the Arthur Adams. I'm trying to reach the Alan Moore echelon. So hopefully I get there.
I tell you what, the only reason I grew my hair out was so I could write books like Alan Moore.
Yeah. I can never be too bold. I was never bold enough to do that because it came out when I did try it one time. I started noticing it was more like too straight. I like yours is perfect, like kind of wavy and all that, but I can't do it. I couldn't do it, and I wasn't bold enough. But I think that pretty much wraps it up. We almost been talking for an hour now.
Yeah, you know what, man, this was a fun stream. I enjoyed talking to you today.
Yeah, same here. I always, like I say, I always like keeping things loose and just kind of be a fanboy, because I'm a fanboy for comics, and like I said, there's so much talent out there, and they're not getting the proper credit that they deserve because, unfortunately, the companies that run the industry are picky, and they don't like to be like, for instance, like your style. I just can't imagine Marvel or DC saying, "Yeah, let's hop him on." He's drawing a 3-titted demoness. Let's have him on our show. No way they're gonna allow that to happen in their book. So it's awesome that we have a new revenue stream where we could tap into the pocketbooks of the readers who are hungry for that kind of thing, because your stuff was like, yes, that's what comic books should be. That is pushing it out there and exploring new avenues that may have not been explored for a while. Maybe because I know that's it's nothing's new under the sun, right? But it's sometimes, ever so often, someone needs to come along and just kind of blow up in your face, like the Image guys, right? The Jim Lees and the Rob Liefeld and who's the other guy? Who's the third guy? The big guy? Tom McFarlane. When they first started coming out in the 80s and 90s, their artwork was like, what is this? This is amazing. This is different. This is unique. Hasn't been done before. And we need that. We need that now. We need that right now. And I think your artwork is getting there, man. I think when you launch this campaign, you start showing some of these pages, I'm gonna say the CG, not only CG UK but CG USA, and they're gonna freaking like love what you're gonna have to offer, and it's gonna be good things are coming your way, man. I have a feeling this is gonna be a hit for you guys, for you specifically.
Yeah, you know what? You and Ryan Wynn opened my eyes a bit today. I've got to update that campaign page because I've got a lot more to this campaign than you can really see on the page. Like I said, I was editing that video just now before we streamed. So once I've got that done, I'm gonna update this page, and there's gonna be so much more to see. I'll have to get on that.
Yeah, don't do too much. You know,
Yeah.
the pre-launch is a pre-launch for a reason. So maybe just add 1 or 2 more images to kind of like a little, teaser. But then when you launch it, that's when you gotta like showcase a little bit more. So that way, people who are kind of on the fence of the pre-launch, but when they see your launch when your actual campaign, they could be like, whoa, and then they'll back it. They'll back it because not only because of the artwork and the story, but because you're going to offer your original artwork alongside the perks, and those are going to go fast for sure. Because if you're drawing them by paper, comic book readers are always all about collecting the original artwork, and they'll snatch it up. So, is it going to be? Are you going to have an American distributor, or are you going to just do strictly from you at the UK? When it comes to shipping out, shipping and handling.
The plan currently is to distribute through Critical Blast, who's in the United States. So that'll make sure we can keep the postage rates low because he'll ship everything from the United States, domestically. That's the plan currently. Nothing's finalized, but I'm like 99% positive that's the way it's going to go. We'll be shipping through Critical Blast.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, I think Alejandro or someone else from the UK we're going to use Critical Blast as well to distribute their books. It was Kimosabi. It was Kimosabi. He's using Critical Blast to distribute his book throughout the US when he finishes the campaign that he's doing, which is also, I don't know if you've seen that project or not. It's a freaking great project. I forget I forget the name of the project.
Company Man.
How was that?
Company Man.
Company Man. That's right.
I had Kimosabi on my show start of this month, I think.
And that's a good segue to plug your YouTube channel, because I noticed I found it. Yeah, I found it on. I was like, I wonder if he has a YouTube channel. And then, of course, when I saw your Twitter account, I was like, oh, he does. So here it is. If you guys have not subscribed to Aria Blackness's YouTube channel, you should, because it looks like a lot of fun. He interviews other creators as well.
Yeah,
and
I do a couple of things on my YouTube. So, like viewers, you can find me absolutely everywhere online. Just search for @Aria_Blackness. It's the same tag whether you're on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. But on my YouTube, I'm doing 2 shows. So I'm doing Let's Talk, where I get other creators on. I'm doing my part to spread the word of other people's campaigns. Like they let me on their shows, so I'll get them on my show. We'll talk about their books. Do about they're shorter shows than you see elsewhere, like an hour, 45 minutes, about that long. So we'll talk about your book. And then also every other week I host the Bargain Bin Show, which there's 2 shows in the CG UK scene. So there's the original CG UK, and then there's the even better CG Bargain Bin Show. So every other week, that's on my channel on Monday, 8 p.m. GMT. The other host is Jacobus Gotex. This Monday, we've got Don Chin on Jacobus's channel. Yeah, here it is. You can find him. Just search Jacobus Gotex on YouTube. This Monday, 8 p.m. GMT, we got Don Chin on. We're playing this really fun game where you have to replace the words in on the pages of this really obscure manga, and we've got Don Chin on. It's gonna be hilarious.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
you can never go wrong with Don Chin.
Yeah. That's what we got coming out on Monday.
All right, cool. That sounds like a great show, and you guys should check that out. Your Twitter account they can find you on your Twitter here at Aria_Blackness. If you have not followed him on Twitter, you should, because you're going to be pleasantly surprised from the pages that he's showing us on the stream today, just how great this book is going to be, art wise and story wise, and you can't go wrong with that. So follow him on Twitter if you have not done so already. And and then keep an eye out for this guy. He's gonna blow up. You're gonna blow up, dude. I have a good feeling about that.
Thanks so much, man.
Is there anywhere else they could find you, or is this it? The Twitter and YouTube?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, actually. Same again, at Aria_Blackness on Instagram. What you're going to see on Instagram is you're going to see more of like the artwork. You're going to see more behind the scenes than you'll see on Twitter. Like every social media, you'll see something a bit different from me. So you're going to see like the pages, the work in progress on Instagram. And I'm slowly ticking away to that 1K followers on Instagram. So, you know, if you could give me a cheeky follow, it would be much appreciated. I'm almost there. And I'm going to keep you updated, like visually on Instagram. You know, it'll be a little bit different to what you see on my Twitter feed. So there's you know, new content there for you.
There you go. And there you have it. All right. Is there any lasting things you want to say? Any final things you want to say before we call it for the show?
Yeah, I'll just remind everyone, sign up to Tailless, guys. The Adventures of Tailless in Outer Space on Indiegogo. Look, Julius already done it. Your life's going to be a whole lot better. I'm sure right now you can hear birds singing outside. The sun is shining.
I do.
I'll tell you why. You signed up to the Adventures of Tailless in Outer Space. And you know what? If you, the viewer, do the same, you can get a little taste of all that glory. Sign up today. Beautiful free exclusive merch by Chubb, creator of the Mary Boys. When you sign up, what have you got to lose, guys? Get on it. And then remember, you can find me everywhere else on social media at Aria_Blackness. That's it. That's all I got to say.
Beautiful. All right. With that said, guys, enjoy your weekend. I hope to talk with Aria Black in the future again when you do launch your campaign. You're more than welcome to come back on the show, and we'll talk more details of what you have to offer. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. So enjoy your weekend. Stay safe out there. Buy your comic books. Support your local comic book shop. You know, because they're hurting because of the shutdowns. So if you still buy comics, you still collect them, go to your local comic shop, support them, and support comics and love comics because they are the best thing on this earth. So with that said, good day, everyone, and have a good one. Peace.